Hey everybody, we are finishing our study on the fruit of the Spirit by looking at the last fruit that Paul lists in Galatians 5, which is self-control. Now, when I think of self-control, my mind instantly thinks of pizza. Because when pizza is placed in front of me, I absolutely want to eat the entire pizza. Fun fact, I absolutely could eat the entire pizza. That's how much I love that food. But yet, when pizza comes around in my life, I know that I have this desire to gorge myself to eat the entire thing. But I know that I have to show self control for the good of my health and for the good of my body. And so, in the moment, I have to choose or to show self control in that moment. You see, I share this with you because, on a deeper level, on a more spiritual level, the same thing happens in our lives every single day. The fruit of self control is this idea that we have a fleshly desire that pulls us one way, but then we also have this spiritual desire or the Spirit pulling us this way. Paul actually unpacks that for us in Galatians 5 before he gets to the fruit of the Spirit. And he tells us that the flesh wants to do one thing, but the Spirit wants to do another. And this is where self-control is. And so think about that word self-control. You have yourself, which is we have a fleshly desire and we also have a spiritual desire, but we have the daily decision to choose which one we go toward. We can either pick self-control, which is to follow the Spirit, or we can pick the opposite, which is self-chaos, which is when we follow the flesh. How often do we follow the flesh and it leads to chaos in our lives? But yet when we follow the Spirit, it leads to self-control. You see, this is a fruit that every single one of us, we absolutely need to develop in our lives. In fact, in 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, we're told that this is what the Spirit gives us. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7 says, "For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power, love, and self-control." So when we have the Spirit, we aren't given fear. Fear promotes chaos. But in fact, we are given power, we're given love, and we're given the ability to show self-control in all aspects. Now, self-control is not just with food. If we have the Spirit, need to show self-control in what we watch, what we look at, what we read, what we listen to, what we do in our lives. We need to be people marked with self-control. The decisions to do the right things, the decision to follow the Spirit in all we do. That's what self-control is. It's choosing the Spirit over the flesh every single day. Now, I leave you with that fruit of the Spirit, self-control, but I also want to highlight that last phrase in Galatians 5, where it's talking about the fruit of the Spirit. And he ends with this, and he says self-control, and he says, against such things, all these fruit of the Spirit, there is no law, which means that there is no limit of how much of this fruit you can produce. There's nothing stopping you from producing love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. There's no law. You can give as much of it away as you want. And so that's my challenge to you. I pray that you will choose self-control, follow the Spirit every single day, and then there's no law against it. Keep producing. Keep pumping out that fruit so others can pick that from your life. Have a great day.